What a beautiful Sunday it is, and I'm particularly feeling blessed and I'm feeling joyful just being alive today. And you may be wondering, why am I sharing an episode, or why am I podcasting today? And it's Sunday, and we always have like uh, Tuesday, every Tuesday. So last week we didn't do Tuesday. Instead we did on Wednesday, and so today I just felt joyful, and I came across some contents, and I thought maybe it's a good thing to share with you today, sharing with you the thing that I came across today, and I hope in one way or the other it can be helpful to you on the other end. At the moment that you're listening, I don't know, it might be in the middle of the week, or it might be a Sunday like mine here, a cool Sunday, a happy Sunday. And I just wanted to share something with you, and I hope it will be helpful. So if you're new to my podcast, this is the Aussi podcast, and I'm the host. I'm your host, Emmanuel, and we always have new episodes every Tuesday. And this is just a bonus episode. This is just a bonus podcast episode because it's on Sunday, and I want you to feel the happiness, the joy that I feel, and learn something, and just listen to something that might be short but yet interesting for your Sunday. And let's get to it. Let us hear what I have thought about. So, as the heading suggests, as the title today suggests, this is just a bonus track, and we are going to I'm just going to share 6 things that, as a happy person, you would experience, or you'd share, or you'd feel, or the 6 phrases that you'd definitely express to show that you are happy, and to genuinely show that you're happy. It's not just showing that you're happy, but to really feel happy and genuinely express the happiness that you have. As we know, happiness is a choice, and we have talked about we always talk about a variety of topics. We have talked about challenges, how to address challenges in life. We have talked about how to resolve conflicts. We have talked about forgiveness. We have talked about mindful meditation, mindful practices, mindfulness. We have talked about enhancing our communication skills so far. We have talked about hope. We have talked a lot, but everything, and most importantly, I remember, is the topic we talked about, changes. And we were like, changes can be overwhelming, but we try to elaborate on the means on how we can cope with changes, how we can. And the biggest thing that I hope you remember, you have listened to that, if you have listened to that episode, is you have understood that everything lies into how the perspective that you give, either to conflicts, to change, to difficulty situation, to challenges, to opportunities. It's just the mindset that you go into when you're in that situation. What mindset do you have? And particularly, I remember that we said we should address change not as a challenge, but we should take it as a lesson. We should take changes as lessons that we can grow from. And so today, when I throughout my day, I came across this useful thread, useful content, useful thing, useful blog written by Neil Pasricha, who also has written a couple of books. He has written a couple of books, including Happiness Equation, 2-Minute Mornings, etc. And he has been on TED Talks, but they have written a post together with Leslie Richardson, who is just a community leader. And so I thought this was insightful, and glory be to God, because I found that most of the things are what I do, and they are most of the common practices that I try to do to be happy, to show that I'm happy, to practice just giving yourself that joy, self-happiness, inflicting self-happiness. And so these are the 6 phrases that you can use every day. That if you're using these 6 phrases every day, then it shows that you're genuinely happier than most people. And this is, as I have said, is from happiness experts. And we let's start by acknowledging that happiness is a choice, which means it's not easy at times. But when we are stuck in a constant loop of fear and negativity, it can be tough to cultivate a positive mindset. All right. And these people have been thinking, have thought about the small intentional things that we can all do to make our communities more positive, content, and resilient. Often it usually starts with how we speak to others and to ourselves. It starts with that self-talk, or the talk that you have with other people. If you use any of these 6 phrases, all right, the next 6 phrases every day, then you're genuinely happier than most. So as the first phrase is I get to. So we are reframing have tos, those I have to go to work, I have to go to school, I have to study, I have to blah 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 blah, all those I have to, with a powerful thing, which is I get to work, I get to say sorry, I get to to work hard, I get to study hard, etc. Which means this phrase is very powerful because it can help us tap into the mindset of gratitude. You don't have to see someone about your back pain. Like, for example, you get to see a doctor, you get to take your meds, you get to everything. This is the benefit of you don't have to check on someone who is on a friend. You have to check on that friend. You don't have to love someone. You get to love someone. You get to make someone happy. You get to, which means this will help you be in a mindset of gratitude, constantly updating you, constantly reminding you, giving you courage, showing you that, okay, you are doing this for a better cause, you are doing this for something better. That rather than you have to feels like it's a thing that is time constrained, and it's like you're forced to do. I think that's what it changes. If you express yourself, I get to, it gives you the joy to do things. It shows that you get you have the joy to do everything that you're doing. Now the second thing, the second phrase is based on a little game called Rose, Thorn, Bud. And the second phrase is, what was your rose? That's the second phrase that you can use. Studies have shown that gratitude can make us both happier and physically healthier. A great way to incorporate thankfulness in your life is using this game of Rose, Thorn, Bud. A rose means it's any highlight, tiny win, or even a small pleasure from the day. Like, let's say I woke up fine, I woke up healthy, and I feel blessed. The little things, I completed my task, I found my keys, or maybe someone emailed me, or someone told me that they care about me, or someone told me that they are grateful for having me in their lives. It can be the smallest thing. Or I got to assist someone who was crossing the road, or I made someone laugh. As little as it may be, these are the roses. Well, a thorn is something that hurt or didn't go well. I know you understand. And and lastly is a bad. A bad is something that you're looking forward to. Well, this thing, it might be awkward at first, but it will become a force of positivity and connection. Like you knowing that you having this part in you that asks yourself, what was your rose today? What was the most thing that you reaped today? What was the good part about your day? This will help you more and more build more gratitude with you, and eventually you experience general happiness. The third statement is tell me more. Tell me more. Like when someone this happens when someone starts opening up. Many of us we always rush towards solving their problem or even giving them advice. But instead, why don't we simply say, tell me more, with its implicit offering of time and energy to listen, which allows them to keep processing, their feelings and thoughts, while it's also deepening our relationship and bringing us even closer. You don't need to rush to try and solve someone's problems, but rather try to listen. As we have learned about this important communication skill is listen effectively, listening effectively. Don't rush into trying to bring someone out of their mess or something that they experience, their heart, but rather give them space to express themselves. And this phrase definitely shows that you are most happy. You are most happy because it shows that, okay, you are not having any rush towards but rather you want to help the other person now come to your state. You want to understand better that person and bring them to your mood, to your psychological state, which is happiness. The fourth statement is something dash 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 yet. Like not saying that I can't or I don't or what, but rather explaining things. Like if you can't use a software right now, you may say, "Oh, I can't use the software yet," meaning you're expressing, opening up a possibility that you might be able to handle that in some time in the future. So we try to add this tiny, we can try to add this tiny phrase to any sentence that starts with I can't, I don't, or I'm not. Even if it's just said mentally, the word helps pry open a door that our brain is trying to slam shut. It introduces the possibility that you could sometime in the future be able to accomplish it. It means you can do that thing somewhere in the future. I'm not qualified for that job yet. I don't have those skills yet. Not like you're not going to, your brain is now sealing itself saying that you're never going to even try to look towards that. This is a good one to share with kids or to teach them how to turn setbacks into learning opportunities. I'm not a strong swimmer yet. I'm not good at basketball yet. I don't like onions yet. I don't like vegetables yet. Now, the fifth phrase is asking a critical question, which is, will this matter a year from now? It's easy to zoom in on the worry of the moment and feel like there's no way out. Flares of anxiety happen to many of us. Even doubt little things like being 10 minutes late for a meeting, forgetting to pay a bill, and getting slapped with some interest, or getting no reply on a text to a friend. When you start to feel that stress, ask yourself, will this matter a year from now? If the answer is no, try to pull that future calm back into the present moment. finally, the last phrase that you should use to allow yourself to help yourself become more happy is, I will focus on except dash dash dash. Let's say you have 17 texts or maybe 15 calls or emails and 3 notifications on your calendar application, let's say Google Calendar, or pinging for your attention. They're all requiring your attention at the same time. What will you do? Well, distraction and decision fatigue are often barriers to happiness. So what we need to do is reduce our options. Instead of pinging from one thing to the next, take a minute and write down one thing you will focus on, either at the beginning or at the end of the day tomorrow. Okay? Because achieving that one small goal is one achievable step you can take towards genuine happiness. So try to take one thing at a time. Make sure you focus your energy on one thing at a time, and eventually you'll be able to genuinely experience happiness, as we have already talked about. This is among of the 6 steps, to 6 phrases to help you build your happiness. Well, this is a bonus episode, and I hope it's just like a summary of most of the things that we talk on the podcast, on how to achieve contentment, on how to achieve happiness as part of our self-development, on how to achieve balance, on how to achieve courage, etc. Feel fulfillment in our lives. And so this is just one of those bonus episodes where I have tried to share what I have learned about what I have maybe always just took it shallow, but sharing with you the 6 practical phrases that you can ask yourself whenever you want to feel happy, to take control of your happiness. So this is not professional help. This is just intended for personal development and self-improvement. If there are further difficulties, you may seek to see a professional who may help you, a certified physician or therapist who can help you, a counselor who can help you with anything that is persisting, that is consistently happening to you for a long time. So until next Tuesday, you have a lovely Sunday, have a lovely week, and enjoy. Try to take control of your happiness. And if you're a believer, do try to pray for your happiness and try to practice the positive things that may help you be happy, may make you happy, genuinely make you happy. Until next time, take care and